Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. John receives one devastating blow after another, while EJ decides Tate's fate. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. At the police station, Jada catches Harris up on what they know about Clyde and Goldman's whereabouts, which isn't much. Harris has a feeling that Clyde will stay local to keep an eye on his business and his people. Jada notes that's another loose end. They don't know who else was helping him. Harris uneasily shifts and says he has to get going. In the interrogation room, Brady and Theresa yell at Tate for breaking into Holly's room, thereby getting arrested. Tate explains he just wanted Holly to tell the truth so he can come home. Brady says it's what they all want, but breaking the law isn't the way to make that happen. EJ and Nickel come to see a sullen Holly in her room. She shouts that EJ can't send Tate to jail. Nickel defends Tate as an impulsive teenager to EJ. When EJ stands by his actions, Holly declares Tate didn't drug her. Nickel wonders how she knows that if she can't remember anything from that night. Holly mumbles that Tate would never do that. She begs EJ not to send him to jail. EJ will consider it, but can't make any promises. At John and Marlena's, Steve tells the latter how Victor sent him and John to send a message to Konstantin. They were to just stop him from interfering in Victor's businesses, not hurt anyone. But he heard a gunshot and found John in a trance. Konstantin was still breathing, but the young girl next to him was not. In the Black Patch office, Konstantin shows John a photo of his daughter, Katharina. John doesn't recognize her. Konstantin finds that perplexing because he's the one who killed her. He recounts how John beat him until he lost consciousness. When he woke up, he saw his daughter on the floor, shot by John. A tear falls down John's face. More. What's next for Teddy on Grey's Anatomy? At the mansion, EJ meets with Harris. The detective asks about Stefan's whereabouts, believing he was involved in Clyde's prison break. EJ scoffs, insisting he knows nothing about Clyde or Stefan. Harris tells EJ he knows Stefan is working with Clyde because he shot him. Alone with Holly, Nickel promises she'll appeal to EJ on Tate's behalf. Holly insists Tate is a good person who wouldn't hurt her. Nickel wonders if she remembers more about that night than she's telling her. Holly insists she doesn't. When Nickel leaves to get her lunch, Holly hurries out. Later, Nickel joins EJ and Harris in the living room, looking for Holly. She leaves upon learning they haven't seen her. EJ tries to get rid of Harris, but Harris demands Stefan's whereabouts. EJ continues stonewalling him. Harris warns he will find every dirty bastard involved in his mess and take them down. Holly comes to the police station to talk with Tate, but Jada won't let that happen. Jada tells her to have a seat and she'll call her mom. Holly gets fired up, defending Tate. Brady opens the blinds, allowing Tate to see Holly. Nickel rushes into the squad room after Jada calls. She orders Holly to come with her. Holly locks eyes with Tate through the window, and then reluctantly follows her mother. Tate hangs his head. More. CBS exec talks plan for the gates. Jada comes to the interrogation room to announce EJ is not pressing charges. Tate can go back to the halfway house, but he'll be required to wear a tracking anklet. Also, EJ has filed a restraining order. Tate can't go within 100 yards of the Dimera mansion or Holly. More. Will John forgive Steve? With Marlena, Steve says he didn't see John shoot the girl, but it isn't hard to piece together. Marlena recalls being John's doctor and trying to help him find his identity. How is she just hearing about this now? In trying to keep the secret from John, Steve didn't feel he could tell her either. He tried to keep John from finding out about it, but Konstantin showed up, and it's been unraveling ever since. With Konstantin, an anguished John stares at Katharina's photo. Konstantin explains how he plotted and planned to undermine Victor every chance he got. John cries, insisting he doesn't remember. Konstantin vows to make him pay and storms out. Approaching his townhouse, John leans against the door, clutching Katharina's photo. Taking a breath, he opens his door. He pauses upon hearing Marlena and Steve discussing what happened in area. Devastated, John slowly enters. "You knew," he whispers. "My God. You never said a word to me, but you told my wife." Next on Days of Our Lives, EJ's ready to pull the trigger while Sloane and Eric can't get on the same page. Stay tuned and subscribe our channel to get such latest news.